How's it going, everyone? Earthmaster here. September 13th actually. September 13th, 2017, 8:30 p.m. here on the West Coast. And looking at some live data coming in from the earthquake stations. Had a 4.0 earthquake occur in the southern Idaho region just a couple minutes ago. I seen it show up on the seismographs there, and just got a notification from the USGS in regards to the earthquake activity, 4.0 occurring in southern Idaho once again. A period of quietness today, followed up by, it looks like, obviously that 4.0 today, or just a couple minutes ago. We'll see what the earthquake activity does once the night finishes out. Because whenever we see a 4.0 or any type of larger activity like that in southern Idaho, it tends to kick off a period of increased activity. And that's what we're seeing right now. We can see it on this graph right here that I have pulled up. This is a station very close to the southern Idaho region, close to where the earthquake activity is occurring. And I'll probably have to adjust some of this stuff here for now. Like I said, just got the stream back up here a little bit ago, guys. And yeah, I'm always unprepared, so I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. But display capture should always be up front. I'm only human, right? That's kind of weird. It shouldn't be like that. It should be full screen. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, there we go. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm human. Anyway, getting back to the earthquake activity in southern Idaho, you can see this map right here. 4.0 showing up rather nicely. It looks like there may have been another 4.0 followed up there as well. Some pretty strong activity followed up by an increase, like I was talking about, an increase in earthquake activity there in southern Idaho. So we shall watch that very closely tonight. As always, I do have stations pulled up in the southern Idaho region, just in case some increased activity occurs. This here is the Yellowstone seismograph stations here, where we've seen a couple local quakes in there with the mix of the earthquake swarm. These little blue spikes are all earthquakes. You can see a little one occur right there, possibly a 1.5 or 2. Followed up by, well, it looks like a slight increase in activity in Yellowstone National Park. Nothing major, but compared to the past couple days, it looks as though it may be increasing a tad bit. Once again, you can see the 4-pointers showing up on this other station I have pulled up there in the Yellowstone National Park region. So yeah, we'll watch that very closely and see what happens there. Like I say, any kind of moderate activity in the 4 range tends to kick off a swarm or a flurry of activity in the southern Idaho region. Taking a look at the tremor map, the slow slip events going on underneath the North American plate shows a little bit of activity in southern Oregon, northwest of Medford region. So other than that, not a large increase, guys, just some minor activity. California region, Nevada, looking fairly quiet. I did see an article today in regards to a potential possibility of, well, a large earthquake, occurring down in the Southern California region. That was actually a couple days ago, but possibility of a 8.2 occurring down there. Rather interesting. So I guess as more time passes by, the bigger earthquake that's going to occur down there in the Los Angeles region, or at least down there on the southern section of the San Andreas Fault Zone. A little bit of activity near Brawley. I know in the past we've seen some earthquake swarms there occur. Right now that doesn't appear to be the case. Just a couple mid-3s occurring near Joshua Tree and also Imperial, California, in these regions right here. So we're watching that as well. I do have a station pulled up in Southern California called Barrett, and also a station near Hollister, California, near the San Andreas Fault Zone. Global activity I changed the rings, guys, back to their normal color. Here we are seeing some deep movement. Now this is something I like to point out every time. Every time we see some deep movement, we definitely need to be on the lookout. It's not 100% sure, but any kind of large-scale movement like this, a 4.6, extremely deep, tends to affect certain areas, guys, with larger earthquakes. It could be on the opposite side of the plate, more than likely on the opposite side of the plate, where we may see some larger increase in activity due to this deep movement at 590 kilometers below the surface. That's pretty deep. And these other ones over here in the Fiji Islands region, not as deep, but still definitely on the deep side. So we have multiple deep earthquakes along the western edge, southwestern edge over here in the Pacific Ring of Fire, and also over here in this region. So pay close attention over the next 24 hours or so for any type of increased activity and larger earthquake activity in this region here. So for now, we'll go ahead and swing it back to the live stream. If you do have any questions or comments, you can send them below in the chat section, or you can also send me a private message and I will respond as promptly as I can. There was an article put out by the, I think it's the USGS there, stating that all this earthquake activity in Idaho is nothing to be concerned about. It is releasing a large amount of energy and pressure, and they're claiming that's a good thing, and it's not going to lead to a larger quake. Although they did state that it's a slim chance that it could. So you have to take it with a grain of salt, guys. They're saying a slim chance of it being connected to a future larger earthquake in the region. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. We'll keep you guys informed. And make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. And we'll chat at you guys a little bit later. Have a good night, everyone.